In this lecture, we are going to hopefully wrap up our ARP spoof detector tool and just add some little customization to it. And then finally, we are going to package it into Windows Executable so that we can install it on a Windows computer system that do not even have Python installed on that machine. So we can basically package the this particular Python program that we have created into a Windows executable, and we can even give it to anybody to make use of it, even if he has not. Even if you do not have Python installed on his computer. All right. So basically, I have added some little additions to our program, and we have seen how to do all this. The little additions I have done to it. We have covered this in our port scanner tool that we have created. So basically what I did, I just added some imported colorama. I added some color customization to it. I created a banner just as we did in our port scanner tool. So I created a ASCII art text with the name of the program, that is spoof detector, using computer font. We have seen how to do this while we were creating port scanner. All right. So I created a function called display banner, just as we did in our port scanner tool, and then I created a variable called banner, and I initialize it, and I assign it. I assign it with the value with a triple quoted string, and then within the triple quoted string, I paste my ASCII art text, and then I just added some little information about this particular tool. And then finally, I printed the banner, and then I make use of string format, and then I added my colorations that I created using colorama. All right, so we can see how I define the colors here. Of here, where we have green, we say 4.green, red equals to 4.red, and then reset 4.reset to reset the color back to the color that we have on the default colors we have on the terminal on the command prompt. All right, so we have already seen how to do this while we were creating the port scanner. So and then there are also in the where we are printing, while if the program detected that there is an ARP spoof attack going on, I also printed it out in red so that it is going to display the information in red. All right, so let's go to the command prompt and basically run this tool and see how it works. So let's see the little additions that we did to this particular tool. So let me launch the command prompt, and then we are going to run this program, and then go to the Cal Linux machine and launch an ARP spoof attack and see how it will be able to detect the ARP spoofing attack. So let me clear the screen, CLS, clear the screen, CLS to clear the screen. So I'm going to navigate to the folder where I have this particular program. So CD desktop. All right, then within the desktop, there's a folder called lectures. CLS, clear the screen. Then I'm going to launch my program by typing Python, which is the name of the Python interpreter. And basically I'm calling Python straight because while installing Python, we added it to the path. So we don't need to give the absolute path to where the Python is installed, that is in C, Python, and then give the absolute path to this particular Python executable. So since it is already added to the path, we don't need to do that. We just need to write the name of the interpreter Python, and then I'm going to now write the name of my program, ARP spoof detector.py, and then I don't need to enter any argument, so I just hit enter, and then now this program will begin running. So now all right, so as you can see, our program has begun running. We can see the banner has been displayed just as we have created our port scanner in previous lectures. All right, so now I'm going to go to the Kali machine and then launch the ARP spoof attack. So I'll come here to the Kali Linux machine. I'll go to my terminal, and then I'm also going to navigate to the folder where I have this ARP spoofing attacking tool. So I will cd. I'm going to go back, cd, and then I'm going to go into desktop. Then from desktop, I'm going into lectures, and then I'll clear the screen. Then I'm going to type, okay, let me type sudo so that there won't be any permission issues. Python 3, because I'm writing Python 3 here basically because I upgraded I was having Kali 2019 and then I upgraded it to 2020. So I have both Python 2 and Python 3 installed on my machine. So and Python 2 is the default installation of the Python. So for me to use Python 3, I have to add 3 to it to refer to Python 3. So that's why I'm writing Python 3. So sudo Python 3, then followed by the name of my script, which is ARP spoof. Okay, ARP spoofer, ARP spoof.py. The victim is the Windows machine. The Windows machine. The Windows machine, which is 10.0.2.15, which is the IP address of the Windows machine. Then the gateway is 10.0.2.1, and then I'll simply hit enter. Then I'm going to enter my password. Now the ARP spoof tool will start sending fake ARP response packet to spoof both the gateway and the Windows 10 machine. So let me go back to the Windows 10 machine and see whether my tool is working. All right, as you can see, our tool is working correctly. It's telling us that we are under attack. So it is being able to detect this ARP spoofing attack. All right, so now I'm going to go and stop the attack so that we can see how we can package this into Windows executable program. So I'll just stop here, Control C. Then I can go back to the Windows machine as well. See, to stop the program. Now to combat Python programs into Windows executable programs, we need a tool called PyInstaller, and it doesn't come as part of the script in the Python installation. So after installing Python, if you wish to have PyInstaller, we need to install it separately. So to install PyInstaller, all we have to do, we just come to the command prompt and just type pip install PyInstaller, installer, right? And then we hit enter. So this will install the PyInstaller program on our Windows machine, which we are going to make use of to create our Windows executable, turn our programs, our Python programs into Windows executable programs. So I already have it installed, so it's not going to install that. So you can see requirement already satisfied. So I've already installed it on my Windows 10 machine. All right, so I'm going to clear the screen, CLS, clear the screen. Now the next thing that we are going to do, we can just go ahead straight and turn our program into a Windows executable. So I'll just type PyInstaller, and then I'm going to now reference the name of the program, which is ARP spoof detector, ARP spoof detector.py, and then I'm going to add an argument called one file so that everything will be converted into a one file, so that I can just have one executable file that I can give to anybody to run on his computer, even if you do not have Python installed on his computer. So I'm going to add that particular argument. It's called one file. So I'm going to dash one file. So it is going to compile everything into one executable file, both the libraries that are required. Remember, while creating the program, we imported Colorama, we imported sys we imported. So all the libraries that are installed that we imported is going to be compile everything into one file so that we can have one executable file that we can deploy on any machine, if that machine, even if that machine do not have Python installed on it. So I'll just add one file, and then I'm just going to hit enter. Now this will convert this into executable Python Windows program. So I'll just hit enter. All right, so PyInstaller has successfully converted our Python program into a Windows executable. Now we can navigate to the folder and then see the executable that we're able to generate using PyInstaller. So I'll just come here and come under lectures. I'll click on it. That is the folder where we run the command from. So I'll just go there, and then we can see 3 folders: PyCache, build and dist, and also a file called arpswithdetector.spec. And now under this, this were generated as a result of PyInstaller trying to generate the Windows executable for us. So the Windows executable is we could find it under this folder dist. Click here. We can just click here. Now we see the so we can see the Python Windows executable that we were able to generate from our Python program that we created. Now we can click on it to run the program. So I'll just click on this. Let me click on it. Okay, perfect. As you can see, our program has launched and it is working. So now let's go to the Kali Linux machine and then perform the ARP spoofing attack on this Windows computer, and then see whether the program will be able to detect the ARP spoofing attack. All right, so let me run the attack again. So just hit enter, and then all right, let me enter my password. All right, let me start the password. All right, so you can see our ARP spoofer has begun working. Now let's go back to the Windows machine and then see what we. All right, so as you can see, our ARP, our tool, our Windows executable that we generated using PyInstaller has successfully been able to detect that our Windows computer is under ARP spoofing attack. So basically, that is how to make use of PyInstaller to create, to convert our Python program into Windows executable, and we can now deploy this Windows executable on any computer, even if that computer does not have Python installed on it.